not going to go well, though, is it?
It's always a good start.
Live from September's favorite proxy advisory analyst. They don't say who that is. It's an all-new terrific Tuesday edition of Business Pants, joined by analyst hole Matt Moscardi. Wow. Woo!
I mean, wow. Wow is right.
On today's ESG bedazzled pocket watch called September 2nd, 2025, a mega stupid ESG headlines quiz.
Ooh. I like that you put stupid in there.
Are we the only ones who say ESG anymore? I think we're the only ones daring enough to say it.
I think there's a lot of things we're the only ones who do it.
Our show today is being sponsored by freefloatanalytics.com, the only platform measuring board power connections and performance for free.
Holy moly. What a sponsor they are. They've been sponsoring us for some time. I don't know where they come up with the money to sponsor us.
We recently did a little bit of a talk in front of a cohort. I'll just call it that, because I don't even know if we're allowed to say who they are. You can plug them if you want, but I don't even know if we're allowed to, because they don't want to be associated with us, I'm sure. But the point is this, before you say anything, is that I have been using that database. They've been calling us one-on-one to go over Fortune 500 companies. I've been using the data in that database routinely to explain some of the things that are going on, some of our theories, and their minds are blown. I'm going to say that because they're understanding the real world applications of the data set. So if you're one of the people who's accessed the data is like, how the hell do I use this? Reach out to us. We'll tell you, and then we'll assign you to a $500,000 contract. Okay?
I mean, it might be an exaggeration to say their minds are blown. They're actually successful human beings.
Yeah.
Their minds don't.
That was my sales pitch, marketing
easily.
pitch. So I'm supposed to lie.
It was amazing.
It's not and we also don't sell the world's best coffee either. So
it's the Stakeholder Impact Foundation, and it's run by Roosevelt Giles, and it's fabulous. Honestly. We've done a lot of board readiness stuff because we use Free Float Analytics data, our sponsor, and it's all board data, and it's like we're moneyballing boards, and we get called and say well, how do you do board stuff? And this group is actually doing scenarios in which they have to deal with activists and
say it again, because everyone should go sign up and work with Roosevelt. Say
I've never seen an org like theirs. It's a Stakeholder Impact Foundation.
Okay.
They do some really awesome stuff. So
and we're not even being paid for that. So why are we even talking about it? Let's do the quiz. Come on, ready for a quiz?
We're not getting paid. All right.
You have any quiz music?
We can do some game show intense music, right? Yeah. I don't know anything. No documentation,
I'll tell you.
No pre-production.
I'll tell you.
It all.
I just took headlines from the past few days, and I put them through our quiz generator, and we're just going to play. It's a little lighthearted. I'm just going to ask you.
Whatever they spit it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's basically all.
Is this AI? Is that the quiz generator?
Sure. Yeah, it's AI. Sure. Everything is AI.
It's artificial unintelligence.
I wish it was AI, because then I could have had a free morning doing anything else. All right, ready? Here's the first headline. Again, the headlines are real, the stories are real, but we're just playing a quiz with Matt to see if he's paying attention. The headline is, how are the very rich feeling about New York's next mayor? So they're
bad. Is that the quiz question?
They're talking about Zoran Mamdani, who won the Democratic primary there in New York City. And I think this is from the Times. One of the quotes was, the Hamptons is basically in group therapy about the mayoral race.
Oh, what a bunch of babies.
So Greg Kraut, the CEO of KPG Funds, a real estate investment firm, has called Zoran Mamdani's supporters what? What has he called them? Okay. Is it trust fund Trotskyites?
Ooh.
iPad insurrectionists? Moron Millennials, LinkedIn Leninists, or Avocado-toast anarchists?
Wow.
That's a lot to remember there.
So Avocado-toast anarchists is the hardest to say.
Okay.
I'm going to go with iPad insurrectionists.
That's a wrong answer.
Oh. So what is the answer?
So used to you getting everything right. He's calling CEO Greg Kraut, ever the diplomat, is calling them moron millennials.
Oh no, that would have been my last choice.
It's not even witty. He's just calling them idiots. It's not even a witty statement.
Not even, like I just like at least have a writer in your
He's calling
staff.
them
like,
dumb.
Look at it.
He's calling them dumb because their ideals are not to become billionaires, so they're idiots, I guess. Right? That's it. That's the takeaway.
I don't understand.
How
I don't
dare they
understand
want to afford
what they hate about him?
How dare they want to
much.
afford their groceries? How dare they?
But like
idiots.
What do they hate about him so much? He said let's not raise rents. Like I don't.
That's pretty bad. All right, let's move on. See how the quiz works. See how this quiz works.
Yeah, you ask me a dumb question and I give you a dumb answer. Yeah.
Here we go. Which headline is real? Nestle is the news. They fired their CEO over undisclosed romantic relationship. They fired him because after pushing a cost-cutting plan that included charging for office coffee. They fired him amid backlash to a marketing campaign that accidentally insulted all of France. They removed him after fallout from supply chain efficiency that turned out to be child labor. Or they fired him after the boardroom dispute over aggressive cost-cutting plan. Which of those do you think?
Okay, so there would never be a boardroom dispute. Like, that would never be a headline.
Okay.
No one would ever say that.
Yeah.
Child labor might be a headline, but you'd
Nestle?
never get fired for that. You'd never get fired.
Interesting.
For that,
what about
right?
insulting all of France?
Insulting all of France is possible because it's the same thing as when, like, Air Canada insulted the fact that, French Canadians.
Yes.
Didn't the CEO not speak French or something?
Yeah, because don't forget that Canada is officially a bilingual state. So, yeah, everything must be conducted in both languages.
But the only reason why the Nestle CEO would have actually gotten fired is an affair. That's the only reason.
Yes,
right?
unfortunately, that's right.
Yes, that's correct.
Let's not forget it was only a few months ago that Kohl's fired its CEO. We got to collect all of our data. This has been happening all year. There's a lot of like Coldplay CEOs and undisclosed relationships. And what is wrong with these dudes? Why is it so hard to go to HR? And just say, hey, I'm dating Doug or Julie or whoever. I don't know. I'm just saying what you're doing. Probably married, right? He's probably married.
I mean, whenever the news does talk about Nestle, though, they write it like the makers of chocolate and cat food, right? Like it's always. So I think the bar is low to fire that guy, right? Like it's weird things that Nestle does.
Just so you know, he was hired last year.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that's how much of a.
Did they fire him for cause, or does he get the vested options?
Well, the chair. We'll have to look into this. This is not an American company, so they disclose differently. Chair Paul Bulcke said, "This was a necessary decision. Nestle's values and governance are strong foundations of our company." So it's interesting here. This is a board failure, right? They appointed him only a year ago, so shouldn't this be maybe the
board
chair's
chair
job?
get fired too?
I don't know. I don't know. Right.
Also, they're like strong values and ethics. Aren't they like implicated in like stealing everyone's water in like Michigan and stuff? Like I feel like there are all sorts of exposés about how horrible they are. Yeah, but it was an affair. It had to be an affair.
Which is the real headline about sharks going woke? Ready?
Sharks.
Sharks going woke.
Are you talking about sharks?
Yeah, the swimming
the
things
water.
that kill people in Steven Spielberg movies.
They went woke?
Yeah. Climate change could be causing sharks to develop a taste for kale. Climate change could be causing sharks to lose interest in humans, right? Not going to attack humans.
Not possible. Yeah.
Could be causing sharks to starve because they forgot how to hunt, right? Climate change could be causing sharks to develop social anxiety around prey. And finally, which is it that climate change could be causing sharks to lose their bite?
It's not the social anxiety because you laughed at your own joke. So
I don't know.
That one was so funny to you.
No, what was funny to me is that anti-woke men think that any like quote unquote weakness is too much. Any emotions are too much.
The whole concept, though, I love the concept because what happens to Shark Week on Discovery Channel?
I don't know. I never watched that in the
It's basically
first place.
over, right? Like, isn't that like man boy time to watch Shark Week every single year?
The only thing I've ever seen about sharks is Jaws. I don't know anything else.
I'm going to go with lose their bite.
Yes, that's it. Exactly.
Really? Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, that feels like the most emasculating thing that could happen
But this
to a
is
shark.
maybe a win. This is finally a win for us climate changers, right? I mean, this is a good one. I don't want them to bite me.
What does it mean, lose their bite?
I think it's affecting their jaw and their strength, the
so
veracity of
not
their
their
teeth.
masculinity. Not the masculinity.
This,
I mean, a little bit the masculinity.
all right, let's keep going. Which headline is real? Delta CEO issues apology after taking first-class seat from child passenger.
Ooh, okay.
Polish CEO issues apology for stealing young boy's hat from U.S. Open fan.
Weird.
Yeti Cooler CEO issues apology for being spotted using an igloo at company picnic. Crocs CFO issues apology after referring to product line as ugly but profitable. Or finally, is it Beyond Meat CEO apologizes after being seen eating a cheeseburger?
Ooh. This one's utterly preposterous.
How do you know it's not a? How do you know it's a cheeseburger, not a?
It could be a Beyond. So that one I'm going to cross out.
I
gotta tell
you. I gotta tell you. We started buying the Beyond Meat patties, whatever, and I gotta say they're kind of delicious in a nauseating, rancid, salty way. But then I checked the health versus actual meat. They're not even healthy.
No, of course they're not.
They're ultra processed. They're full of cholesterol. They're full of fat. Like what's the point?
They literally mirrored the worst parts of beef.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a mushroom. Like, what am I doing? So I stopped buying them.
Eating a mushroom burger with cheese on it, like just a mushroom with cheese on a bun, is really fabulous.
I feel like they're missing
really
the whole point of the company. Like, make them tasty and healthy, you dopes. No wonder why they're struggling.
But your point is right that no one would know if it was a Beyond Meat burger or not.
Or would they? Maybe it was an In-N-Out burger. I don't know.
The igloo one, I'm going to toss that one out because I don't even know. Does Yeti even make coolers?
What about Crocs? Ugly but profitable.
I just ironically read 8Ks in which I thought it was Crocs CFO quit. So I feel like there's something that happened to the CFO. So I'm going to ignore that one. I'm going to go with the weirdest one of all of them because the U.S. Open is going on. I'm going to go with the Polish whatever steals a hat.
Yes, you're right. Did you miss this story?
Is that real?
You gotta check this story.
Seriously, I have no idea.
This is a banner.
Real. It's just I know the U.S. Open's going on.
This is a banner year for stupid CEOs. I guess when our president is a stupid CEO, maybe they're just all the CEOs are coming out in their glory, but. You gotta go. I don't normally tell people to go look at the video because I find all videos to be stupid and boring. But this one is just wonderfully obnoxious. Like the tennis player is clearly handing this very young boy, a hat. And this guy reaches fully over and grabs it. And despite the fact that the kid is basically crying, he doesn't care. Here's a great, but I want to give you a great apology. And of course, now we live in an age where the first apology was fake, and now we're getting the real apology,
Oh, so, okay.
Kind of like the Coldplay thing. He says, I take full responsibility for my extremely poor judgment and hurtful actions, blah, blah, blah. It was never my intent to steal away a prized memento from the young fan. That's a weird thing to say. I mean, isn't that?
That was exactly his intent.
What he did. He says he became caught up in the heat of the moment and the joy of the victory, and he thought the guy was giving it to his sons, even though he didn't talk to him. He didn't actually win a match. I don't know why he's caught up in the joy of the victory.
No, well,
and he was handing it to the kid. But here's the part I love the best. Part of the apology. For years, my wife and I have been involved in supporting children and young athletes. But this incident has shown me that a moment of inattention can undo years of work and support. Going forward, I will engage even more actively in initiatives that support children and youth.
Wow. That's.
And he says, I will take actions against violence and hate. This is the stupidest apology ever.
The things.
I mean, he should have just said, "I'm sorry." Why is he saying these moronic things?
Did he give the kid the fucking hat? Did he hand him the hat back?
I think later he ended up getting him the hat somehow. Yeah.
What's nuts about it actually is the level of entitlement,
Dumps,
right? Because even in that apology is I got caught up in the heat of the victory, and the assumption of that is right. I assumed that the person giving the hat would give it to me because I'm an important person caught up in the heat of the victory in the moment. It's obviously a hat for me. I've never even seen the video. That was purely a guess.
You gotta love male CEOs. You gotta love them.
Unbelievable.
All right, here we go. Let's keep going. We're not. It's not too much of a. It's not too long. So bear with me, people in the audience. But this is a great way to learn the headlines, wouldn't you say? This is a great way to catch up on the news.
This is the most fun I've had right now.
More what has been showing up in random workplace tests? More what? I'll read the headlines. More fentanyl shows up in random workplace tests. More Adderall shows up in random workplace tests. More kombucha shows up in random workplace tests. More Xanax, melatonin. Which is the answer? Fentanyl, Adderall, kombucha, Xanax, melatonin.
It's not kombucha. That doesn't show up in a test. You can just look at somebody and you can tell
maybe it shows up in
drank
empty jars.
It looks
or
ridiculous.
Something.
Yeah. Melatonin, I feel like, is also, they wouldn't test for that. Xanax, Adderall, and fentanyl is what I'm left with. But my guess is you would only test for fentanyl. So I'm going to go with fentanyl.
Yeah, good work. That doesn't surprise you? Fentanyl? I'm disturbed by this.
You should be disturbed by it.
The positive rate is up to 1.1%. What? Really? That many? We're almost getting to the percentage of female CEOs in the Fortune 500. Like that's how. But I mean, what the hell? What's happening in the world? Fentanyl is scary to me. I'm sorry. I'm scared of fentanyl.
Isn't fentanyl like you have it once and you're addicted forever? Like, isn't it like one of those? Like,
or if there's a bit too much, you're dead.
Yeah. There's like no in between. It's like dead or alive and permanently addicted.
It's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't like that
You're
on a roll though. You're figuring out the test. Let's see if we can trick you on one.
Come on, really.
Which headline is real? CEO, again, this is all based on real stories. CEO of Japanese drinks giant Suntory, they're in our database, Suntory, resigns over an unauthorized office sake brewing operation. Resigns following questions about executive karaoke competitions.
Oh.
Resigns amid concerns about boardroom drinking habits. Resigns following a controversial marketing stunt gone wrong. Or resigns after he purchased supplements containing illegal substances.
The last two are the most likely because they are the most boring. The boardroom drinking.
Well,
he wouldn't resign.
You hear this
over
a lot
the
about
boardroom
Asian
drinking.
executive cultures, a lot of drinking.
But he wouldn't resign over the boardroom's drinking antics.
Yeah. Well, I did notice that Suntory has, I think, shockingly for a Japanese company, there are 4 women on the board. Believe it or not, 4.
I'm gonna go with controversial marketing.
Oh, you finally got one wrong. No, he purchased. I mean, this is a pretty tight governance culture there. And supposedly they're calling this one of the. He's like one of the. He often serves as the face of corporate Japan and frequently appears on CNN. He was fired just for purchasing supplements containing illegal substances. They think it's of all things cannabis.
Really?
That's it. Like
that's what we're talking
THC.
about.
Japan does not sound like a fun country to live in. I mean,
that's just boring. But that's bored me to death.
Is that not incredible? I mean, a 66-year-old CEO who's one of the faces of corporate culture.
This country, Elon Musk blew smoke rings at Joe Rogan's
Think how many horrible
face.
things he's done. And
I've talked about this. I was at a director meeting in which, with investors, where investors said they wouldn't fire Kimball Musk because they needed somebody to control Elon Musk's ketamine intake.
Ketamine?
And that guy basically got a pop brownie and they fired him.
Yeah.
That's
to be fair. Maybe because it's a Japanese culture, it says he resigned. So maybe it's like a sense, like there's a sense of duty and ethics there that we don't have here, right?
I just like that they called it a supplement. Like
maybe he was dating.
Acid.
Maybe he was dating the supplement.
Ooh, do we think that's possible?
Okay, we have a few more here, and the incredibly awesome but stupid ESG news headline quiz for September 2nd, 2025. Which is the real headline? Don't worry about the job market on Earth, Gen Z. Sam Altman, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk say you'll be herding robots on Mars. So they say, don't worry about the job market. Sam, Jeff, and Elon say you'll be delivering 24/7 ads directly into people's dreams.
Okay. Horrifying.
They say you'll be working in space soon. They say you'll be moderating AI-generated content for companies, or they say you'll be maintaining subscription-based virtual reality platforms. There's a lot of good choices here.
A lot of good
Herding
choices.
robots on Mars.
Not that.
Delivering 24/7 ads directly into people's dreams. Working in space. Moderating AI-generated content for companies. Maintaining subscription-based virtual reality platforms. What do you think?
I'm gonna go.
Why shouldn't Gen Z worry? Why shouldn't they worry?
While I love the idea
Listening
that
to
they
the
might be
genius
herding
bros, the genius
space
bros.
robot cats, I don't think Sam Altman would say that. That's not his style.
Yeah.
I don't think Sam Altman's as interested in space as Bezos and Musk is. So to lump him in, I'm not sure is that interesting for either of the space options. The other options were subscription platform, virtual reality platforms. None of them really do that. It just is left with AI content moderating. That's what I'm guessing.
No, actually, they said that you'll be working in space soon. What is with this?
Really? What is it?
I
with you
didn't know,
people?
and I'm glad you pointed that out because I think you actually answered the question correctly. That until now, I didn't realize that Sam Altman is he's in a space.
He's now a
dopely.
space guy.
He's now a dopey space guy.
What is with you? Every fucking billionaire, you get $1 billion. The first thing you do is go to space and
How about
tell
this,
everybody that they should go there.
Yeah, how about you take care of like the people who live in San Francisco and Oakland? How about that? The school
that's an
systems.
idea.
Why don't you fund the school system? Why don't you do something on Earth?
How about you just shut down your operations that are
That's
killing
fine with me.
humanity? How
That's
about you
fine
do
with
that?
me. All right. Here's a quick one on Tesla. Tesla's, is something we haven't talked about because Tesla has been avoiding its annual meeting, but I think it's kind of coming up, right? Is it soon?
In November.
October, November?
Yeah. November, yeah.
So the headline is that Tesla rejected a bunch of shareholder proposals on sustainability and accountability ahead of its annual meeting. How many proposals did they reject? 2, 7, 11, 17, 21. How many did they reject?
This one, this is one of those questions
random,
where
right?
it's like the number's gonna. It doesn't matter what I
Doesn't
guess.
really
So
matter.
you pick the midpoint,
We
right?
just
Like
want
so,
to
what
talk
was it?
about it.
What was it? 2.
I'm just going to get you to talk
7.
about it. 11.
What was the next one? 11.
17, 21.
All right, I'm gonna pick 11's right in the middle of all of them. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, fine. You got me on that one. I don't like how you read me to do these tests. You know what I actually did? You know what I actually did this time? I speaking of Sam Altman, I asked ChatGPT to give me a randomized
List of numbers,
list of answers from A to E, so that you wouldn't try to read how I set up the quiz, but you're still figuring it out pretty well.
I mean, it's not that random. It's literally nice and evenly spaced out.
I
for
thought
me,
you were
so.
going to go for the outrageous number and be like 21 or something.
No, well, if I guess the
11's
outrageous
still a lot.
number,
11's
it's
still a lot.
11 is a lot. Let's say the
So-
most that we've seen in the past couple of years is like 20 at Amazon or 18 or 20, right?
These are the ones that were rejected. Don't forget, rejected.
And this is just rejected. So
I think only one. The article was poorly written, but I think only one. Can you imagine? That can't be possible that there's only one shareholder proposal.
There's only
the most
one
talked
proposal.
about company on the earth. But don't quote me on that because the article was poorly constructed. I'll have to check on
the
that.
proxy's not out yet.
Right,
It must
but
come out
this is inside
any day.
sources. Inside sources.
Yeah, it must
all right,
be
so
any
let's
day,
continue
yeah.
with Tesla in this meeting. What did Elon Musk say that he wants Tesla's shareholders to focus on instead at the meeting? Instead, he doesn't want them to focus on boring company Tesla stuff like ESG,
Like
and
the company
accountability,
itself. Sure.
and right. He wants them to focus on one of these 5 things: solar, XAI. What is XAI? It's the other one of his companies.
Grok, right? Isn't it Grok?
Well, I thought Grok worked at Twitter. At X.
I think Grok is powered by XAI.
Okay,
I
fine.
think that's the thing.
What does he want shareholders to focus on instead of all that boring accountability shit? Solar, XAI, batteries, Optimus. That's the robot that Tesla makes, or Grok.
I think because
Solar-
everyone's talking about AI, it's got to be Grok, right? He said, focus on Grok. Don't think about anything else. That's
Well,
my
you're
guess.
right and wrong. It is XAI. He wants everyone to talk about
Oh,
XAI.
okay.
But what kind? He wants this Tesla shareholders to focus on a private company that he runs. Is Tesla
Yes.
a real company anymore? I think you made this statement years ago that I wish more journalists would steal from you. Tesla is just his piggy bank. That's all it is.
That's all it is. It is
Yeah.
nothing but a piggy bank.
Right?
Look, you're a private company. The only way you can cash out, you can make some money, is you have to put up your shares and get a loan against your shares. But it's a private company, so it's not a liquid market. When you go into the public markets, you just sell your shares if you want, or you borrow against them because there's a public price. So it's very easy for him to get options worth $90 billion, go to a bank and say, give me a loan against my options worth $90 billion, and you own the options, and then you have cash. It's much harder to do that with a private company. So the only reason why, and you notice that like all of these major executives are looking for ways to do this,
Yeah.
which is have something public that you can cash out of and keep everything else private, or fake public, because the fake public thing is the exact same thing.
Well, this is like double fake public because he doesn't even want you to focus on everything that Tesla is trying to sell and failing at because their sales are horrible. He wants you to focus on this like shiny thing over there that might do this in the year 2100. It's just a joke, but
He is also out there talking about how the sun is eventually going to consume the earth,
Well,
and we need to
eventually.
get off of it.
Eventually.
And that's he leaves out the fact that it's literally a billion years from
oh,
now.
I thought it was next Thursday. Okay, I didn't realize.
No,
it
I
was...
think it's actually 1 billion years from Thursday.
Phew. I can keep my hammock up. You mean it's not going to burn away?
It's
All right.
not going to be gone.
Let's just one more with Tesla. Which of the following proposals was real and was rejected? Which of the following was a real proposal that was rejected? Ask Tesla to disclose how many veterans it hires.
Oh.
Pledge to use AI in a way that supports renewable energy. Look into sustainable tires.
Oh. I just had a fire alarm go off in my house.
Do you need to exit the premises?
I don't know.
You're really killing the vibe of
I'm
this
the only
show,
one
by the
here.
way.
I'm the only one here. Finish the question.
Maybe this is XAI looking into us. Ensure workplace rights in Tesla's factories, such as the freedom to unionize, or increasing oversight on Tesla's HR practice. Do you remember any of those?
This is way too boring. It's going to be like AI renewable energy. It's
it
gonna be-
is way too boring. You're right. It's all of them. All of them.
Is it really? It's
Yeah.
all of them? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be the boring ones.
And let's end the show because I know that you have a fire and you want to go.
See, it went off. I don't know what that was.
One more question, and you can put the gloomy music back on for this one.
I like
OpenAI chair. That's Brett Taylor, your favorite, Brett Taylor.
Brett Taylor, the
Wha-
Twitter man.
How and why he's the chair of OpenAI, and other than the fact that he's friends with Sam, like I don't understand. Like, why is he the chair of all people?
Because he's friends with Sam.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I gave it away in the opening.
You gave away the punchline.
OpenAI chair says AI is destroying what? His confidence in making decisions,
Oh, well, that would be a pump up, yeah.
his understanding of what's real and what's generated, his ability to keep up with industry trends, his sense of who he is. Or OpenAI chair says AI is destroying his perspective on human creativity. What is Brett Taylor, the chair of OpenAI, ostensibly the second most powerful person there? What does he think AI is destroying?
What were the first two options? It was his...
His confidence in making decisions, his understanding of what's real and what's generated. That's a big one.
Yeah, but anything that seems like a knock on AI is not going to be something he says out loud. Like, as the chair, your job is to be the cheerleader for Sam Altman. I'm going to go with that first one. It was
Confidence in making decisions?
Confidence in making decisions. Like, that's like self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe AI's making better decisions than I am. It's like one of those things.
Well,
That's what I'm gonna go with.
unfortunately, you missed the cue when I told you to play the gloomy music again because, yes, people, the chair of OpenAI, Brett Taylor, says that AI is destroying his sense of who he is. Quote, the thing I self-identify with is just like being obviated by this technology. He says you're going to have this period of transition where it's saying like, how I've come to identify my own worth either as a person or as an employee has been disrupted. So he's basically doesn't know who he is anymore. I'm getting like, we're losing sense of who we are as humans. He's worried about.
So social media's great accomplishment is to make humans hate other humans, right? Like
that was the start of the game with Mark Zuckerberg, right? Of course.
Right? That was the first
famously depicted in a great movie, Social Network, by
AI's great ingenuity is to make us think less of ourselves,
or not even know who we are. Maybe we're not even real.
Why am I here? What is my point? Like what So now, not only do I hate everyone else, like I've already alienated all my friends and family members because of social media, but I now don't have any sense of self.
We're like everyone now.
We're on a pretty good path.
Yeah, everyone now will be like a befuddled, pot-smoking 13-year-old who just got bar mitzvahed and doesn't really know, like, what's the point? Am I really an adult? Is God real?
It sound like every founder that actually started these things? These people just sit around and they think that.
I mean,
that's great.
Yeah.
Did I win the quiz? Did I win?
Absolutely. Just won. By playing it, you won. Because I actually called 25 people before you, and they all hung up on me. So
that was the awesome, stupid game.
Come on,
that was stupid, awesome
great
game.
Quiz.
That's Hazelnut Ross. I am your analyst, Matt Mascari. We are Free Float. This week we had a busy week, even though it's short here in the United States. The zine is out. If you didn't see issue number 5, the zine is out.
Yeah.
And we're covering, in the zine, actually, one of the best ideas maybe we've ever had. Buy the dip on DEI. Go long DEI because assets are cheap. That's in there. On Wednesday, we have shareholder primacy. Back. Mike Levin and Lipton are back in action. Thursday, Proxy Countdown is back.
No.
It'll probably be a short show.
Do I have to do that too?
Yeah, that's on you. It's back. Friday. The Friday wrap-up show. There's a show every day this week out of Free Float Media. So come back, check us out often, and until then, good.